it's occurred to me that online dating probably should be approached in a way that's something akin to a coach's perspective in sports. That's what I'm going to talk about here today. Your approach to online dating, and really, in some ways, to dating in general. Before I get going, if you could hit the subscribe button and the like button on the video to bring more people to the conversation and hopefully to build a vibrant YouTube community as we get started here on the channel, that would be much appreciated. Also, if you would be so inclined as to hit the bell button to receive notifications of future videos as they become available on this channel, that would be awesome. Online dating has really changed the landscape of the way that dating is approached in ways that people born in the 70s, maybe even the early 80s or earlier, probably find it difficult to relate to. And then again, maybe people who are of the online dating, social media generation might still find it quite challenging at times. So what does it all mean? When you look at dating, there's little question that there's a strategy that's involved. From the photos that you choose, from the content that you use to fill out your profile, to the short blurbs that you add that are designed to get the attention of potential dates, to the women that you choose to approach, or if you're a woman, to the men that you choose to approach, or if you're same sex, to the person that you choose to approach. There's so many tips out there for people that want to give advice as to how you approach someone in dating, whether it be online or in person. And some of it is great, some of it is trash, but all of it can help to educate you to find the middle ground that's going to best suit you. So even bad information can be useful information. Even bad advice can be useful advice, just not in the way perhaps that the deliverer of that bad advice likely intended. It's really important, though, when you think of it being dating from a strategic standpoint, it takes something that should be natural, that should be organic, and it turns it into an operation of a kind. An operation that requires preparation, strategy, hard work, stick-to-itiveness, or persistence, and maybe a little bit of luck. And that's one of the things that can make it all so challenging. Now, there's no question that the more attractive people among us are going to have the advantages that it's going to be difficult for other people to make up for. It's a gift that some people are going to have. It's a gift that some people are going to use. And if you don't have that gift, your challenge becomes that much greater. And that is one of the reasons that it makes it even more important for you to focus on the little details that you can control, especially if you can't control the perceptions that people are going to have of you based on your physical appearance. And make no mistake about it, people tend to be very shallow when it comes to what catches their eye in terms of physical attractiveness. And for many, not having that physical attraction is essentially a non-starter. And to some extent, that's understandable. The trick is to find that balance between automatically shutting off a person that doesn't meet the standard that you're setting for physical attractiveness, to the point that you ignore a person who could be a good suitor, but maybe doesn't have the eye-catching looks that are grabbing you right off the bat. And so when you don't have those eye-catching looks that are going to grab women's attention, or vice versa, if it's women trying to get the attention of men, or again, same-sex couples, similar dynamics, if not the same dynamics. Your strategy becomes that much more important. So it means developing a strong, attention-grabbing profile. It means sharpening your focus of the kind of people that you're pursuing as potential dates, as potential significant others. And sometimes people cast a wide net in online dating, especially when you look at online dating platforms such as Tinder, where you're going to maybe like a whole bunch of people and, hope for the best. But there's a strategy that's really involved in some other online dating platforms, such as your more mainstream platforms like your Match.com, your eHarmony.com, where you're going to probably have to be more strategic in what you post and who you pursue. And that could mean studying a profile very carefully to see if there are matches that are there. So you have matches with your common interests. You have matches with geography, because there are so many barriers that are in the way of a potential relationship that develops from an online perspective that's different than the woman or the man or whoever you meet at, a church social, at a company picnic, at a trip to the dog park, or wherever you may go, that would allow you to meet someone in the more traditional way that your parents and grandparents probably think is the way to go in terms of finding the right person to develop a strong relationship that hopefully will lead to marriage, children, and the American dream. So remember, just being strategic, thinking realistically, sharpening your focus, developing a strong profile with images that make sense of you is going to give you a hand up in the strategy, or a leg up, if you will, in terms of trying to attract the right person. And so use your strengths and maximize those strengths to try to find the person that's going to be best for you. There are some ways that you're not going to be able to compete, perhaps, and when you don't have plan A working for you, how prepared are you to go to plan B to make your dream of finding the right person a reality? Because this is a strategy. Not unlike what coaches go through when they prepare for an opponent, whether it's in football or it's in volleyball, it's in basketball, it's in softball. You prepare for the opponent that's coming up. How are you preparing for the opportunities that could be presenting themselves to you?